Right now at 6, a slow path to justice. A lack of funding and the pandemic continue to keep suspects and victims out of Wisconsin's courtrooms.
And testimony and tears. The Waukesha parade suspect tells the jury he didn't plan the alleged attack.
You're watching WKDT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Amy DuPont. A lack of funding and staffing shortage are impacting Wisconsin's justice system. La Crosse County District Attorney Tim Grinke says the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic are still impacting courtrooms. News
8 Now's Dua Israr spoke to Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul, who says the state's criminal justice system needs more resources.
When the pandemic started, court hearings were delayed, leading to a backlog of many court cases. Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul says unless there is additional funding, this problem will continue. It's been said the wheels of justice turn slowly. The pandemic nearly brought it to a stop.
We don't get to shut our door and say we're not taking any more business.
La Crosse County District Attorney Tim Grinke knows that all too well.
Didn't explain the blood on the blue jeans.
While the doors of the DA's office remained open, statewide it faced a staffing shortage.
We lost a lot of people. We lost a lot of experience.
Wisconsin's Attorney General Josh Kaul says there's fewer prosecutors because of a lack of funding.
Crimes out there that need to be prosecuted doesn't change because you have fewer DAs.
In 2019, Governor Tony Evers announced the creation of 65 prosecutor positions across the state.
Making sure they have the resources they need to effectively prosecute cases is critical.
AG Kaul says while some steps have been taken to increase positions, it's not enough.
We need to invest in our criminal justice system. Our criminal justice system in Wisconsin has been underfunded for decades.
DA Grinke says when there aren't enough prosecutors, it can lead to mistakes.
You only have a certain number of things you can do. And obviously the more work you have and less people you have, something's got to give.
Grinke says because of a staffing shortage, some cases may take longer to get to trial. And victims and their families pay the price, waiting for a resolution. Now, the DA's office isn't the only office facing a staffing shortage. In August, a lawsuit was filed against the state of Wisconsin for violating the constitutional rights of criminal defendants. Many of them have been waiting for months for their case to be heard. Reporting in La Crosse, Dua Israr, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Dua.
Earlier this year, Governor Evers announced almost $6 million of American Rescue Plan Act funds will be used to fill assistant DA positions.
The man accused of carrying out the Waukesha Christmas parade attack made a tearful plea during his opening statement. Darrell Brooks, who is defending himself, is accused of intentionally driving his SUV through that parade last November, killing 6 people and injuring dozens more. Brooks told the jury today he did not plan the attack.
The evidence will show is that this incident was not planned. This incident was not intentional. And this incident was never even thought about.
If convicted, Brooks faces life in prison. A criminal investigation is underway after 6 people died in a southern Wisconsin apartment fire.
It happened early this morning west of Milwaukee in the village of Heartland. And according to police, when firefighters arrived at the 4-unit complex, flames were coming from the building.
First responding police and fire crews were met with a large amount of fire and began to rescue individuals from the building and the balconies of the building.
Investigators have not released any information about the victims. The State Department of Criminal Investigation is at the scene working to determine a cause.
Well, temperatures today, not bad at all. We were in the 60s and 70s. Look at Eau Claire, made it to 68. 72 is the high in Black River Falls, 72 Sparta, 75 across, 71 was the high in Viroqua. And outside right now, we're seeing temperatures still in the 60s and 70s, low 60s towards Eau Claire. Winona's at 63, 62 in La Crosse, 70 is the current temperature in Decorah. And we're substantially warmer today as compared to yesterday, between 7 to 12, some places even 15 to 16 degrees warmer. Actually, Oshkosh, 20 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. Outside right now, we got a gorgeous sunset out there. We're sitting at 62 degrees. That temperature dropped substantially as compared to the last hour. We were at 75. Now we're at 62. Humidity is at 44%. We have winds out of the north-northwest at 6 miles per hour. And if you have any evening plans, we'll see temperatures staying in the 50s. 54 by the 8 o'clock hour, going to 51 by the time you join us tonight at 10. See a few little clouds out there, but overall we'll see a nice calm wind. Now coming up in the first alert forecast, we're going to talk about how long this nice weather is going to last. I'm going to tell you this right now, t-shirts and shorts weather this weekend. Definitely get out and enjoy it.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Eric.
You bet.
Wisconsin's unemployment rate is below the national average. According to White House data released today, Wisconsin's rate is now 3.2%. The national average is 3.5%. In a one-on-one interview with News 8 Now, one of the president's economic advisors says Wisconsin's economy is strong. Jared Bernstein also touted the president's work to decrease the deficit by a record $1.4 trillion.
Wisconsin is a good example of that, where we have an unemployment rate of close to 3% in the state. A lot of people work. That means they're drawing paychecks, and it also is good news for deficit reduction. So we're glad to see that.
President Biden's student loan forgiveness program, which is drawing criticism from Republicans, will add $420 billion to the deficit.
Wisconsin's 3rd Congressional District nominee and Democrat Brad Pfaff is starting conversations with local seniors about health care. They talked about the rising costs of living and health care in a meeting today, and Pfaff's plan during his run as state senator to create an Office of Prescription Drug Affordability. Now, Pfaff says his opponent, the Republican Derek Van Orden, plans to make cuts to Social Security and Medicare, and he says the move would hurt senior communities.
So they've worked hard their entire life. They do not need a member of Congress or a congressional representative who will go to Washington, D.C. and cut Social Security and Medicare. That cannot happen.
Pfaff's proposed legislation for an Office of Prescription Drug Affordability did not pass in the state Senate.
HorseSense is asking the community for help. With Winterfest approaching, the nonprofit needs donations to help feed their 10 therapy horses. A $5 donation will feed one horse enough hay for a full day. HorseSense hopes to raise more than $10,000. We're going to post a link if you'd like to help at news8000.com.
Well, forget the binoculars. Bird enthusiasts in Viroqua can view some exotic birds up close.
The McIntosh Memorial Library opened its new aviary center today. The library received a $10,000 AARP grant to fund the project. Organizers held a ribbon-cutting ceremony and then hosted a festival of birds featuring owls and bald eagles. The library director says this center can educate and inspire.
To learn about birds, to be inspired to go out in nature and do a bird walk, to have feeders in your home and or you're outside of your home, and just to understand the beauty of birds that live in our region.
Now, this is the only facility in Viroqua with an aviary. The 7 birds include finches and 1 singing canary.
The International Owl Center is hosting an online fundraiser this weekend. The Houston, Minnesota nonprofit is auctioning 49 pieces of owl art made by kids from all over the world. Most of the proceeds will go toward building the nonprofit's future facility. The center's executive director says a portion will go toward their sister center in Nepal, where she says owl protection efforts are desperately needed.
And they have issues with illegal hunting, illegal trade in owls. People still eat them or kill them for sport. So owl education there is extremely important. So we're trying to help support that.
They'll also be auctioning experiences like an owl banding trip up in Saskatchewan.
Wow.
The auction link goes live Saturday morning, closes Sunday at 8 p.m. Bidders will be getting notifications on their bid status as they go. Bloom says people can also use the auction website to just send a donation to the center. You don't have to bid. For more information on the auction and some upcoming special events at the center, we've got a link at news8000.com.
Gosh, they're beautiful birds.
Oh, I know.
That's amazing. Coming up, students are showing their school spirit for UW-Madison's homecoming week.
And the community is getting crafty for Logan High's Fall Craft Show.
Score great savings Friday through Sunday at Ashley Furniture Outlet, with recliners starting at $330, beds as low as $290, and up to 80% off clearance items. Only at Ashley Furniture Outlet in Arcadia, off Flashco Avenue and State Road 93.
Defund the Police radical Mandela Barnes isn't just dangerously wrong on crime. Barnes supported raising Wisconsin's gas tax nearly 30%, while we already pay some of the highest gas taxes in the country. Barnes wants to stop all oil and gas production in America, killing jobs and making prices skyrocket. And while Barnes didn't pay his own taxes, he pushed a $1 billion tax increase on Wisconsin families. We can't afford radical Mandela Barnes. Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Oh, it's cold in here. I bet Mom and Dad didn't get a maintenance check on the furnace this year. And it broke. I bet. That's it. I'm calling GNT.
We are GNT Heating and Air Conditioning, and we are experts at fixing your furnace. We have been in business for over 15 years and have the best service techs in the area, and friendly too.
Thanks, GNT, for your quick, fast, friendly service.
Please send Mom and Dad the bill. Call GNT.
For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
College is great, but it's not the best path for everyone. Careers in the skilled trades are good-paying jobs that are badly needed. That's why I expanded skills training, and I signed a bipartisan law to connect students and their parents to more information on apprenticeships in high-demand fields. Folks, our high school students need to know all their options when it comes to their future. It's the right thing to do for our kids and for our economy.
This is a story of first downs and second chances.
I wanted to keep playing, but my feet hurt.
You'd think all those big league experts could have helped.
You have access to anything, but none of it worked.
His football career ended, but his plantar fasciitis pain didn't. Till he found the Good Feet store.
I got fitted for my arch supports. Let me tell you something. They work.
Now, he recommends Good Feet to
anybody. If you move, go to the Good Feet store.
So get moving. Come in for your free fitting.
Tim Michaels wants to scare you with lies. Here's the truth. Independent fact checkers gave Michaels' parole attacks a pants-on-fire rating, saying they were false and that the governor does not allow any release of criminals. That's a fact. And here's another fact. Tony Evers actually increased police funding, and he's working to invest in high-crime areas, in job training, after-school programs, and mental health. So when you see all these, do this.
Beat the Black Friday rush. This season's top gifts and guest essentials up to 40% off. Plus, explore financing options that fit any budget, including up to 60 months. Schedule your delivery by visiting your local Ashley store or shop online today.
Well, streets in Madison are decked out in Badger red. It is homecoming week for UW-Madison.
Right now, thousands of alumni are taking in the annual homecoming parade in the heart of campus, and beating the drum of school spirit is the UW Marching Band.
It's a really big weekend for alumni coming back. And we just want to make sure the Wisconsin spirit is really at an all-time high during this week.
It's a challenge. There are a lot of people in the band, but we've got some wonderful students, and so we just do whatever we need to do.
When it's cold, we march. When it rains, we get wet.
We get to go and march in a parade. Everyone in the band's going to be in that parade.
We travel up and down State Street playing for all the fans, our classic songs. It's like Fifth Quarter, like Chicken Dance, Badger, and of course on Wisconsin.
Our halftime this week is super exciting for those of you who love Disney because we're going to be playing Encanto. It's definitely a challenging piece, and I feel expectations are always higher when we play popular pieces. However, I've been listening to us play it now for 3 weeks, and I know we're going to serve it justice.
I'm excited for Jessica Jacobson.
It's really special for me because it's the first game that I get to actually step into the role as drum major a little bit. We're excited. This is the position that I always wanted to be in, so yeah, it's great.
Really refreshing to be able to learn from her throughout this week and give her a chance to really show what she's made of.
We're just spending this time between now and Saturday morning cleaning it up.
It's all worth it to just be under the lights in the stadium and just have all of the fans that do come and do love us always give us the good, oh my God, I love the band. It's pretty cool.
Vibing over here.
So the band will be on full display tomorrow afternoon in Camp Randall, where Wisconsin football hosts Purdue.
Now that drum major role is pretty something, because you got to go to midfield and then throw that thing.
Right,
like,
catch it.
Oh,
You have to catch it too. That's
you got to catch it. Yeah, I'm confident. Up next, crafts for kids.
From clothing to decor to food, you're going to find it all at the Logan High School Craft Fair.
Oh, that makes me miss marching band. Hey, in the world of weather, look outside right now. We have a beautiful sunset. Temperatures right now are in the 60s. Now, how long is this nice weather going to last? I'll have the answer to the first alert forecast coming up on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Joe Biden took $4 trillion from us taxpayers and he spent it. $4 trillion. And what do we get? We got higher gas prices, higher groceries, just about everything. Brad Pfaff, well, he backed Joe Biden 100% of the time. That's what you get when you spend your career in politics. Well, it ain't me. Let's try something different. Let's cut spending, balance the budget, and get America back on track. I'm Derek Van Orden, and I approve this message.
Looking at mattresses?
I'm just looking.
Jump on it, roll on it.
No.
I can see you in it. You got your Firm Plush, Ultra Plush, Ultra Plush Plus. Just pretend I'm not here. My name is Richard. You have any questions?
Buying a mattress can be uncomfortable.
She seemed nice.
That's why Slumberland has modernized the process, giving you the freedom to have a comfortable experience. Right now, get 30% off select mattresses. Slumberland. Mattress shopping reinvented.
You experience so many moments in your home, and Kidde helps you protect every moment. Materials in today's homes cause fires to burn faster, leaving you as little as 2 minutes to get to safety. So check your smoke and carbon monoxide alarms and replace them if necessary. Ensure that you have the right equipment for all areas of your home. Right now, get 11% off all Kidde home safety products at Menards.
Hi, I'm Dave Estenson. They told me taking on a big spending politician would be tough. But I used to ride bulls for a living, so I got this. I've also been a law enforcement officer, small business owner, and truck driver. Now, I'm running for state senate to back the badge, support small businesses, and fix our roads. So if the special interests think they can buck me from those principles, they'd be good to remember. This ain't my first rodeo.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need tractors rated #1 in durability and owner experience so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for 48 months, plus save up to $1,100.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
So at 5, I was saying to deliver this line well,
Yeah.
I needed like a staff. So let the crafty community unite.
We don't have a lot of props here.
I know, this is it.
But Logan High School is hosting, oh, thank you, its annual Fall Craft Show tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And this year's event will feature more than 150 local vendors selling everything from clothing to home decor and even homemade food. Admission is free with a Goodwill donation, and proceeds will help fund college scholarships for Logan students.
We were talking about this Logan Scholarship, the band kids get a big deal,
Yeah.
big part of that. And meteorologist Eric Dean, you were saying you miss being part of the band.
I do. I did marching band in high school. I loved every bit of it. I did baritone treble clef for the 3 years, and I went to bass clef after that, but still fun times nonetheless. Hey, something else that's fun. This weather app right here, News 8000 First Alert Weather app. Go ahead and grab that phone, hit that QR code. It takes you to a whole slew of goodies in terms of weather. One of the things that you can get on there, the current conditions. That chime right there, case in point, 62 degrees. We have clear skies out there. Humidity is sitting at 44%. We have winds out of the north-northwest at 6 miles per hour. Another thing you can check on there is the hour-by-hour forecast. Let's go ahead and talk about that. We'll see partly cloudy skies for the next several hours. We'll see temperatures going into the 50s, upper 50s by the 7 o'clock hour. We'll go to 52 by the 9 o'clock hour. By the time you join us at 10, we'll go to 51 degrees, then upper 40s as we make your way into the overnight hours. Numbers for today made it to 75. Gorgeous out there nonetheless after a morning start of 39. 59 is where we should be for this time of year. 83 was the record high, and you have to go all the way back to 1947 for that. 20 was the record low, and look at when that was set, 1896. Radar scan showing a clean sweep. This is going to get a break for tonight. This is going to get a break for tomorrow. Sunday morning and afternoon, I think it'll get a break across portions of the area. It's when we get into the afternoon and evening hours of your Sunday. That's when things start to go gangbusters. We're going to see rain and thunderstorm chances on the increase. High pressure is large and in charge. It is in control for the weekend, making for a beautiful weekend in store. So when you wake up in the morning, temperatures in the 30s and 40s will greet you across. You'll make it to 45, 38 in Sparta, 36 Black River Falls, 40 in Eau Claire, 41 over towards Winona. So here's how Saturday plays out. Look at this, folks. Not a cloud in the sky until we get into Sunday morning. Highs tomorrow. Matter of fact, we'll go ahead and zoom in across the area. Highs tomorrow for La Crosse County. We'll see temperatures in the 70s. You go across the southern zone over towards New Albin. You'll make it to 77. Lansing 77. Waukon 75. Postville will go to 76. Across the central zone, staying in the low to mid 70s. And that trend continues for the northern zone as well. So the details of the first alert forecast for the evening and overnight hours. Mostly clear skies, a calm night. We'll see lows in the mid 40s with winds out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, look at that. Temperatures going into mid to upper 70s for the afternoon and early evening hours in the next 8 days. Hope you enjoy those 70s because come Tuesday, yeah, we're going to keep the rain chances in the forecast, but we're dropping those temperatures from highs in the mid 70s to highs going back to, for the most part, where we should be for this time of year in the mid 50s.
We'll enjoy it while we have it, though.
Yes.
Thanks, Eric.
You bet.
Coming up in sports, the Wisconsin high school football playoffs kicking off tonight.
The undefeated Hilltoppers looking to keep their season alive tonight. Kate is live in Onalaska to preview the matchup next.
Fall Home Show going on now at the Board Store. Visit today and see what's new and get your $250 discount coupon. Register for prizes and visit with designers. Hope to see you soon.
A governor's job is to make your life better. But would anything on Tim Michaels' agenda actually help you? His rhetoric is violent.
People should just be ready to get out in the streets with pitchforks and torches.
At his company, women say they were pressured to have sex with their bosses. And he said he'd consider abolishing the Department of Public Instruction. It's a radical's dream, but it wouldn't do a single thing for you. Tony Evers' plan is pretty simple. Create good-paying jobs and bring costs down. That's the right plan for Wisconsin.
It's the dining sale at Drury's in Fountain. From kitchen tables to elegant dining rooms, we offer unlimited choices. The shape, the style, the finish, and color, it's all up to you. And right now, on top of already marked down sale prices, you can take an extra $100 off sets over $1,000, $200 off sets over $3,000, or $300 off sets over $6,000. The dining sale happening now at Drury's in Fountain.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Get a $500 cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine when you purchase. Plus, current Chevy owners can get an additional $2,500 loyalty cash. And now during truck season, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward a new Chevy truck with accessories.
I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Ron Johnson caught lying. Independent fact checks call his attacks on Mandela Barnes false and misleading. But it's Johnson's views that are alarming. Johnson supported a ban on abortions. He co-sponsored a bill that makes no exceptions for rape, incest, or the life of the woman. And Johnson said if women don't like it, they can move. The truth is, it's Ron Johnson who doesn't belong in Wisconsin.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
It's finally playoff time. The Wisconsin High School football playoffs kick off tonight, and now it's win or go home. A lot of our area schools are at home hosting their level 1 matchups. One of those teams is the undefeated Hilltoppers, a perfect 9-0 season, and that's where we're going to find our very own Cade Overton. He's live in Onalaska as the Hilltoppers get set for their playoff run. Cade, take it away.
Yeah, Rob, I'm so pumped for playoff season. There's going to be so many great games from here on out. Now, as you said, I'm here at Onalaska High School where the top-ranked Hilltoppers are going up against the 8-seed Ashland. Now, the last time I was in Onalaska, it was week 1 of the season, and they were going up against the other top-ranked team on this side of the bracket, West Salem. The Hilltoppers barely escaping that game by just 1 point. Now, they did get an undefeated season, but it's a special feat for sure. But the Hilltoppers are looking to bring home or appear in the first ever state football finals in school history.
You know, I told the guys yesterday, it was kind of weird. Everybody was congratulating us at school on Monday, and it was kind of like, well, we haven't really done anything yet. You know, it is special to go 9-0. It doesn't happen very often. But I think our focus is just so much higher than that. We aren't satisfied. You know, it's fun. It's been a great ride, but we don't want this ride to be over yet. So we're locked in. The guys are locked in, and we want to see how far we can go.
They still have a long ways to go for sure, including a potential semifinal rematch with West Salem. But for now, they'll look to take care of business against Ashland. Now, Ashland, they've only won 3 games on the season. It averages 15 points. So the Hilltoppers looking to take care of business. Now, we'll have full highlights of this game and all the other great playoff games in the area during our highlight zone tonight at 10. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Rob?
Thanks, buddy. Good stuff right there. Good news for Packers receiver Randall Cobb. Also, he left Sunday's game in the 3rd quarter in tears. Cobb said he felt a pop in his ankle. He thought his career was over, but in fact, just a high ankle sprain. He'll miss 2 to 6 weeks, but Cobb should be back this season. So good news there. Sad to see him leave the game like that. You know?
Live with the tears and the towel over his head. But as we were saying before, almost a sprain would be
You never know, right?
It depends.
Sometimes when you're broken, you're forced to stay off and let it heal. As a longtime coach, you got to find that balance, man. It's hard.
But he's had such a good season, like almost like a comeback season.
And of course, Aaron Rodgers loves him too. So, all right, fingers crossed for Cobby.
You know it.
We'll be right back.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we make it easy to get ready for winter. We're the cold weather experts, offering the gear and supplies you need to combat the cold, snowy weather ahead, all at fair and honest prices. Like 30% off zero exposure coats for the family, Tamarack winter boots, or buy one, get one half off. 50-foot Yellow Jacket extension cords, just $44.99. And this Comfort Zone cabinet heater, only $129.99. Plus, assorted pet supplements are 25% off.
I am Fritz Leinfelder, and I am running for La Crosse County Sheriff. One of my top priorities will be to focus on ridding our communities of drug trafficking organizations who are bringing in drugs like heroin, methamphetamine, and fentanyl. It is my intention to locate, arrest, and interrupt these drug trafficking organizations so that our children feel safe when they go outside. I am Fritz Leinfelder, and I approve this message.
His job was to serve and protect. Instead, reports say Dave Estenson assaulted and preyed on girls for years. One report of sexually assaulting a teenager. Multiple reports of Estenson trying to coerce girls into sexual favors to avoid citations. And Estenson wants to ban all abortions, forcing victims of rape and incest to carry their predator's child. Sexual predators belong behind bars, not in the state Senate.
All right, here's a look at your forecast. If you have plans for tomorrow, look at that. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. T-shirt and shorts weather ahead. That trend continues tomorrow, or for Sunday, going into, for the most part, Monday. We have the rain chances in the forecast. After that, sweater weather this time next week.
Oh boy, it isn't gonna last long.
Not at all.
All right, thanks, Eric, and thanks for joining us.
We appreciate it. Go to the highlight zone at 10.